All right, so let's get you started on the beginner upper body weight flow. So what I'm gonna want you to do and what Tyler's gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and come on down onto your hands and knees. Okay, you're going to be in a nice square position, shoulders in line to the wrists. What you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna do a little slight bend, elbows back towards the waistline, and you're gonna push yourself straight up. And as you extend straight up, you're gonna open your body up, extend the right leg straight out, tap that heel down to the floor and bring it right back down again. Knees again onto the floor, bend, extend straight up, and rotate over to the other side. So what you want to really focus on doing here is keeping the leg straight out, hip open as you straighten that leg out. Bending the elbow, keeping the spine nice and long, keeping the core in nice and tight. Pressing the hands firmly down on the floor. As you open up, you want to make sure you keep the shoulder opened, okay? Legs straight out, hip opened. Now with this particular move, you want to really think about focusing on your flow and how your body is moving. Take it slow in the beginning and you can speed it up. This is quite a bit of balance, required into this move. So you want to really focus in making sure that your body is moving back and forth. And if you happen to fall, it's okay, but Tyler's got it going back and forth. He kind of sped it up just a tad bit here, back and forth to each side, knees down, down and up, keeping those elbows tucked down to the side. Open up those hips, straighten out the leg. Now Tyler's gonna go ahead and go one more to each side, and I want you at home to go ahead and go back and forth each side, keeping the shoulders open as you rotate from one side to the other, keeping the core in nice and tight. All right, so Tyler's gonna go ahead, one more to one side, back down again, and you're gonna push yourself all the way up to standing, straighten out the legs, walk the hands right back up again. All right, so we'll go ahead and we'll see you in the next body weight flow.
All right, let's get you started on this intermediate upper body weight flow. So Sylvia's gonna come down just like you guys, walk your hands out, and she's gonna bring her knees to about 3 inches above the ground. Hold this position for 1 second. So she's gonna keep the knees floating as she goes real long through the spine. She's pressing out through the shoulders, and she's gonna give me a half of a push-up. So just a little bit down, a little bit up, and then she's gonna rotate her body, pivoting on one hand and the opposite leg as she comes to that tabletop position. So essentially what she's trying to do, what you're trying to do is rotate from that bare position, roll over and balance on one leg. And it's totally okay if you guys find yourself losing your balance at home. That's perfectly normal. This is a challenging skill to master. We wanna make sure that you move slowly and you do this with as much grace and control as possible, especially when you're getting started. So again, those knees come to about 3 inches. We try to keep them there as we rotate, and the hand stays close to the hip, and this leg comes up and to the outside. Now there is one key final point I want to cover right now on her opposite shoulder. So when she rotates towards her back, we want to make sure that this shoulder stays open the whole time. We want to make sure that that shoulder doesn't rotate inward like this. We want to make sure it opens outward like that. So Sylvia's going to do just a few more reps. We're going to do about 1 more minute of this body weight flow as she goes from side to side. Keep those knees down, stomach stays tight. Good, half push up. Roll through, one leg, opposite arm, other hand stays close to the body, and you're trying to find your balance and your control as you go from this face the ground position to where you roll over and your torso goes toward the sky. So Sylvia, let's do 2 more reps. You guys at home, let's do 2 more reps, and then we'll finish up this upper body weight flow. Beautiful, and then rotate through, half push up, rotate through to the other side. Good. Bring your hands back on the ground, straighten the legs, walk the hands back up to the standing position, and we will see you guys at the next body weight flow.
All right, so let's get you started on the advanced upper body weight flow. So what I'm gonna want you to do and what Tyler's gonna do is he's gonna come down onto his hands, bend his knees. You're gonna tuck your pelvis under slightly. You're gonna bend your elbows back towards the body. So you're gonna bring it back towards the waistline. Once you bend, you're gonna extend, open up one side. So you're gonna bring the leg back and the arm opens and back down again. You're gonna go back into that curled position, bend the elbows down and up, and rotate over to the other side. So you want to take your time when you're doing this particular flow, okay? Don't rush through it in the beginning. As you start moving and you start feeling your body flowing through each one of these moves, you're going to take it a little bit quicker. So again, Tyler's going to go ahead, open up. You're going to bring the left arm up, extend the right leg straight out. Eyes will gaze up towards the ceiling, back down again, keeping the pelvis tucked under, keeping the core nice and tight. You'll notice how when he goes down, he wants to keep a nice tight back, and opening up again, letting the leg and the arm move at the same time, okay? So back down again. And again, like I mentioned, you want to make sure take your time as you're doing this, backing up. You'll notice that the knees, they never touch the floor, okay? As you go down and up, knees never touch. Opening up, keeping the chest open, keeping the core nice and tight. Down again, back and forth each side. So as he bends his elbows and as he opens, you want to make sure to keep the arm nice and long and tight, core nice and tight, leg extended straight out. Okay, so what you're going to want to do and what Tyler's going to do here is he's going to go one more time on each side, spinning the body, opening it up, holding your body weight basically with one foot and one hand. All right, so down and up again. Okay, you'll notice as you curl down, you'll notice his head did tap the floor. Open it up again, eyes up, leg is extended straight out. So Tyler's going to come ahead, go on down, walk your hands right back up to a standing position, all the way up. All right, and we'll see you at the next body weight flow.